One. Here we go. Yo, we are back, baby. Queens get the money. Queens Wolf. What it do, Mark? How you doing, homie?
Shit, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling
Man,
right now, man. Man, let me shout my guys over at Music Notch. The EP is coming this summer. I mean, Philly all day, man. So we gonna get that out there. We got, I mean, some hot new artists. I mean, some young artists coming through. So shout to my guys at Music Notch, man. They gonna put that thing together, and you know what I'm saying. I'm a right. That's what I'm rocking out with this summer. So you know what I'm saying. You see how I'm repping. You know what I mean. So I'm gonna rock out with them this summer, and we gonna see where that thing go.
the home team represent. You always represent the home team, man. No matter if it's
Man.
big, small, in between, you always out there for the home team, man. I respect that.
Yeah, man.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? How you doing, man? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, you know?
Man, like yo, Queen's Wolf, man. You know what I mean? You can hear me growling. yo,
Man.
yo, Nas, I've been listening to Queen's Wolf for the past couple of days now off the Lost Tapes, the second Lost Tapes album, man. And yo, I'm ready to get in tonight, man. We have a lot of great topics for tonight. Yo, it's crazy because we changed everything, like 7 times last night on what we're gonna do, on how we're gonna do it. So
it's stuff that we couldn't even get to. Like, I mean, it's stuff that we literally could not get to. Like, can't even make the show.
Can't even make the show. We tried, but we're gonna try to do what we can do for the night. We have people commenting on the hip hop, the female hip hop list in the group. So we're gonna get into that tonight. We're gonna get into the NBA free agency, NFL free agency. Man, we have a whole line, man. Everything is a main course tonight, man. So let's get ready to dine in, man. We got our homie Tayson in the backdrop, man. Tayson went to hop on tonight. Everybody knows Tayson from SNS. He's also part of the Guys Podcast group as well. He's another Philly Bull representing Philly. Also living in Houston, Texas. Me and Tayson during the off season. I see you out there. I see you.
Right.
Me and Tayson, we're mortal enemies during the NFL season. But off season, we actually connect on hip hop all the time. It's a weird dynamic.
Crazy.
Weird dynamic.
That's crazy right there.
It's crazy.
Yo, man, shout out to Tierra too, man. Shout out to Tierra too. You know what I mean? For real, twin brother, man. Shout you out, boy, no doubt.
The one to twin. So we got South Philly and North Philly, right?
Southwest.
Southwest.
Southwest, exactly.
Grimy.
Yeah, it's a little grimy out there.
a little bit.
So Tayson, welcome to the show, man. By way of Houston, representing Philly, of course. So thank you for hopping on. Tayson hit me up earlier, man. Said, "Yo, I love what you guys are doing out there. I want to hop on and connect with you guys tonight. You were here." So without further ado, man, give a shout out to YouTube, shout out to Facebook, shout out to our Twitter page, shout out to Instagram. Most definitely shout out to Black Hat TV, channel 199, Zingo TV, and to all of our listeners and viewers out there, Mile High Radio. Shout out to everybody who supports us and who's watching with us tonight. So, man, let's get into it, fellas. Let's get into it. So the first thing we want to talk about, NBA trade deadline. Man, it was hellacious. Hey, son, since you're the guest, man, I'm going to start with you, man. Since you're the guest, who do you think took the title, man, for the NBA trade deadline?
Denver.
Wow.
Because I think Denver because of this. All right, they get Aaron Gordon, and they get they got JaVale McGee, right? Let's keep JaVale McGee till later. Gordon gives him at least another 20-point score if need be, just in case Michael Porter Jr. decides he wants to disappear in the playoffs sometimes.
Okay.
But if it's Michael Porter Jr., if you got Gordon, you got the Joker, and you got that's 4 20-point scorers. And they're gonna be good. They're gonna be very, very good, and they're gonna be a hard out this time around.
I can see that.
But the one thing I'm gonna have, the one thing I saw today that kind of troubled me was they give up a whole lot of points in the paint. They give up a lot. And I thought with the Joker, he would be like a rim protector, but he's sort of but no, he reminds me of, oh man, I hate to say this because he's with the Nets. He was with the Clippers, now he's with the Nets.
Blake Griffin.
No. Blake Griffin's bull on the Clippers now. He's with the Nets. He came with Kyrie and
Man.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like right on the tip of my tongue, but I'm trying to think.
And it's crazy because we don't consider him a rim protector, but like, what has he done like with the Nets now? Nothing.
Oh, yeah, DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah,
Jordan.
Like,
yeah.
You think DeAndre Jordan is a rim protector, but you're like, no, he's not. Like, and I like that's the one thing I think that might have given him a problem, but they're gonna be a tough out. To me, I feel they won that. They won the draft because they got another young scorer and another young defender. Like they're gonna be really, really good.
Yeah,
that's my personal opinion.
How about you, Mark? Who do you think won the free agency, man, or the trade deadline?
Shoot, I'm trying to tell you. I hate to be a homer, but I gotta be a homer. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, not a big move getting George Hill. It's not splashy, but we needed we needed a backup point guard.
Yeah.
Score and who could defend. And you know what I'm saying? That's what we got. You know what I'm saying? We got a backup point guard who could defend. And when you get that Sixers starting lineup out there, you know they are undefeated. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, 15-0 when the whole starting five plays. I'm just, and when they say that Embiid guy, he should be back next week. Oh, that's what
this weekend.
This weekend. Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm like, man, but I like what Denver did. And I'm going to speak a little bit on JaVale McGee real quick. I know Shaq always clowns him. Yeah. But one thing Denver got with Aaron Gordon and JaVale McGee, they got guys who can protect the rim. They got guys who are athletic in the paint. And, think about who they lost last year. They lost the guy in Detroit, Jeremy Grant, right? Yeah. And then they lost Torrey Craig to Milwaukee. They were athletic, quick, and they lost that athleticism. They couldn't replace it. So now they get two bigger guys who are athletic. I think that will help them against the Clippers and the Lakers out west. It's going to be tough. Andre Drummond's a good pickup, though. He's a good pickup for the Lakers. He's definitely a good pickup for the Lakers. He could rebound. You know what I mean? He could block shots. I mean, we just have to see, what LeBron and AD are going to look like come playoff time. So we just have to see, what happens. I think, like I said, Philly has the best chemistry of any team in the league.
I agree.
It's very sneaky. Denver's very sneaky. I'm just like, man, they really could push the Lakers up. They really
could. That's why I said that's a scary.
And Clippers get Rajon Rondo. Ooh,
don't forget about that.
That's very
good. Can I just interject with that? Why give? They could have just got rid of Pat Beverly for Rondo.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, because you need Pat. You need Pat in the playoffs. Lou hurt himself after last year. Wingstop Lou, whatever, chicken wing Lou. Yeah. He hurt himself last year, and Lou kind of took a step back. I think he was out of graces with the Clippers. Pat Bev gives you an edge on defense, and you're going to need a good defense at the point guard position. Someone that's going to be pesky, someone that's going to give those point guards in the West some problems in the playoffs. Pat Bev would do that. Lemon Pepper Lou, I think he overstayed his welcome out there. I think they were trying to shop him after that situation.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You get playoff Rondo. You get someone who's experienced, someone who has grit in the playoffs, and someone who's going to play that dog role along with Kawhi and also Pat Bev. You got some dogs on the Clips right now that actually going to be out for blood, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think the conventional – I saw people posting for the past couple of days now this lineup right now. I'm going to be honest, fellas. I'm not 100% sold in this lineup. I think chemistry going to play a big role. LaMarcus Aldridge was brought out for a reason. You know what I mean? If you think about Blake Griffin, he was brought out for a reason. I'm not saying it's not for bums, but you get to look at what they did not contribute to the previous teams before they landed with the Nets. I'm concerned about that chemistry. KD is a dominant person on the ball, and so is Kyrie, and so is James Harden. It's only one basketball. You know what I mean? So these guys are going to have to figure it out. I don't know if they have enough time to figure it out before the playoffs. And I agree with you, Mark. I do think Philly has the best chemistry. If Embiid comes back healthy, Philly has the best chemistry, the best flow, and the best pieces to make a strong push.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, I'm gonna say like this: Miami came up just a little bit short. They were in the room with Kyrie. who I'm talking about. Y'all mean my man from you know what I'm saying, Kyle Lowry. In the running for him after getting on the depot, and then that kind of deal just fell short. I felt if they would have got him, they would have had him, but they didn't get him though. You know what I'm saying? I thought, you know, because I know he's rumored to come to us, but I knew the one matchup. But I was just like Miami. I know he's making a push for him. You know what I'm saying? Right. I wish they would have got that deal done. I just wanted to see, you know, what that lineup can do personally. But I was just like, man, you know, the Eastern Conference is gonna be rough. Like, you're really gonna have to battle. Like, you can't just walk in with your team. You got to battle in there. So, like, the East will be rough. We have to see what happens.
Right. Yo, we getting some static on the side. I'm not sure where it's coming from. Can both of you guys go on mute real quick? We just have some static. I don't know if you guys hear it.
Yeah, I did hear it.
That's okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm hearing it now. I'm still hearing it.
All right. That should be good right there. Okay. So we got some technical difficulties, so we're trying to work through it. I hear some static in the background. When we start talking, everybody go on mute while we're doing it, okay? Just see what's going on there.
No problem. No problem.
So I'm going to kick it over to now. We're going to talk about the NFL free agency. So the NFL free agency is really in its third wave. We didn't see a lot of splashes in the NFL free agency. We didn't see a lot of big names that came out. So, Mark, I'm going to start with you, man. What are your thoughts about NFL free agency?
Man, I think the thing, you know, that kind of surprised me is all these draft picks starting to move. I think that was the big thing. You know, Philly obviously moved from 6 to 12. Miami seems like they have, you know, draft picks for the next, I don't know, 10 years. You know, no, but seriously, it's like 3 years where they have a whole boatload of draft picks. Plus, they have a team, you know, coming off, 10 wins? You know what I'm saying, last year? So, I'm just like, man, they're really setting themselves up nice for the future. All they do have to do is just pick, you know what I mean, some solid players, and they're going to be ready to roll. So I'm just looking at it like, man, I think they're doing good. You know, with that, San Francisco gave up a lot to go up to get the quarterback that they want. They gave up a ton. I know they weren't believers in Jimmy G. I know if Merv was on here, he'd be killing Jimmy G like right now, like he does every day. But they gave up a lot to go up and get a quarterback. Hopefully, you know, that quarterback really can play because they definitely, you know, they have the defense in place and they have a good run game. So they just need a signal caller who knows what he's doing. And I think if they get that, they'll be fine.
Absolutely. Tayson, was there anything that you saw that caught your attention for the third wave?
I would say two things. Miami, the Dolphins, man, look, man. I like what they're doing down there with that. Especially now they're like seeming like they're all in on Tua. But San Francisco, man. San Francisco, man, it's to me it feels like they have to hit whatever they're going to hit within these next 2 or 3 years. If they don't hit whatever they're going to hit in these next 2-3 years, the head coach and the GM are going.
Blow it all up.
Are going. I think they did. But I'm gonna talk about. I really like what the Eagles did. Look, I'm a homer. I don't care. But you got three number one picks in next year's draft. To me, this feels like they're going up for. To me, this is what it feels like. I don't think they're all in on Hurts.
Yeah,
I think this is a trade either to get Watson or I think this is a trade to get Wilson. I think that's going to be something like later. I think that's going to hit something like because it's got to be that because you got three first round picks next year and like all these little draft capital because everything now is all about draft capital now. I'm just picking back off of what you just said, Mark. Like everything is draft capital now. Like it's like as more picks you can get, the more picks you can just sit there and just all right. Look, I'm gonna get you this. And look, this is exactly what living down here in Houston, right? The team was bad. Like, y'all just did not realize how bad this team is, and it's because of the GM and the owner. Like, everybody kept saying like the Eagles was a bad situation, that the Cowboys, sorry about this, was a bad like ownership group or what have you. No, the Texans, They're bad. They're bad. And they have no draft picks within the next, 3 or 4 drafts. We have no wonder, like, Deshaun Watson and every other player in the Texans got to get out. Because now, the Texans now have to overpay anybody coming down here. And you don't want to be an organization doing that, overpaying players just to come down to join your football team.
Oh, let me correct. For out there, one thing that Howie is good at is regulating the cap, and we're under the cap pretty good right now. So we actually signed some players. Actually, could sign some more. We're good with the cap. You know what I'm saying? Now the draft is a whole nother issue. I will not speak on camera. You know what I'm saying at all. But I'm saying the cap, though, we good.
My takeaway from the NFL free agency this year was very quiet. I think teams are talking about, as Tayson said, teams are trying to get draft capital right. Trying to get these picks. In the beginning, I remember Manny, y'all know Manny, right? So Manny is like my inside mode. Manny gives me all the information, but I'm not connected, right? So Manny was messaging me. Manny said, he was like, yo, what the Eagles are doing. And when I first saw the message, I was like, yo, what are they doing? But then I started reading some more. I said, yo, I see what they're doing. They are building more draft capital, not for this year more so, but really for the future, which can make them dangerous because now they got to hit. Because now you're talking about 2 to 3 first rounders and second rounders in a deep draft class that's projecting for this year and next year and the year after. So from a GM perspective, that's a good rebuilding model that a lot of teams went through, but they're still trying to figure out Jalen Hurts. The Cowboys, I don't know what we're doing. We have cap space. Jerry and Steven, I don't know what in the world they're doing out there. Now we need defensive pieces. We have some tough contracts we have to figure out. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. So again, this year NFL free agency was really quiet in comparison to others. I think we'll see more moves because you see a lot of 1-year deals coming out of this year free agency, and that's next year when they get that TV deal. A lot of these guys are going to want that money. So they're only signing 1-year contract at the very minimum because they think there's going to be a big hit going into next year. So again,
it will.
It's more to come. Let's see what happens from here. Looking forward to the season. I can't wait. Looking forward to the season. So Mark, I'm gonna go into your thing that's near and dear to your heart. March Madness, man. March Madness. Woo.
Yeah. March Madness, man. I'm gonna say like this. I was close to having that Final Four, man. Damn Alabama. You know what I'm saying? And Alabama got beat from the start of the game to the end of the game. So they really were playing catch up the whole night. Even to get in the overtime, this guy threw up a 3 from 35 feet. So I'm just like, as soon as I seen their star player, Herb Jones, get 2 fouls in 40 seconds, I was like, oh, man, this ain't going to be good. You know what I'm saying? Then, it was like another starter that got in foul trouble early. I'm just like, man, this ain't going to be good. They battled back, but they just didn't have enough. Out to the Pac-12. The Pac-12 is 12 and 2 in the tournament.
Yes.
They are on fire. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look. that was the conference to pick. And I'm going to tell you, like, people always ask, Mark, who are the NBA guys who are left? So I'm going to stay in the Pac-12. USC, Evan Mobley? Goodness. Whatever team gets him, man, are you going to have a player? I'm like, this guy can ball. I'm like, they'll knock on his brother. His brother's pretty good, but he ain't as good as little brother. Little brother, man, he reminds me of Chris Bosh. He plays a lot like Chris Bosh. And I'm talking that Miami Chris Bosh shooting threes in the corner. I'm talking Toronto Raptors Chris Bosh.
Right.
Everything.
2010, 2020, 2010, 2012. Easy.
Yeah.
Night.
Absolutely.
Forget about that guy, Chris Bosh. Yeah. Man. He used to be a beast.
That's a good comparison, Mark. That's a damn good comparison.
Very good comparison.
I'm not sure of this. Who do y'all want to see? Because I got in my mind who I want to see win. Who do y'all want to see win this whole thing, man, for the culture?
Michigan.
Yeah.
You got you got to go with Juwan Howard.
That's the selfish reason because I want to see the reason why I want to see that is because, and I know this is going to be so far-fetched if they do this, is to get the Fab Five at the Final Four. All five of those guys.
Yeah.
Like, those guys, all right, Chris Webber, we can talk about Chris Webber as like Naismith Hall of Fame. Why not put the Fab Five as a collective unit in the Hall of Fame? They changed not college basketball, they changed basketball forever. Yeah. Like, those five guys, like Chris, like, I want Michigan to win because if you look at a Fab Five reunion, those five guys on the court celebrating Michigan winning the title, man.
Yeah.
They got to make it right with Chris Webber, though.
And I'm going to say like this, man. Chris Webber and Jalen Rose. Jalen Rose is willing to do it. Right. So, I'm just like, man, so I'm going to see what, man. I was just like, man, and shout out to Juwan Howard for winning Coach of the Year, which he deserved, by the way.
Absolutely.
Coach of the Year. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, man, and they're doing this without, the starting small forward, NBA prospect, Isaiah Livers. Yep. I'm just like, to have one of your key guys down and you're making this type of run, I'm just like, it's great coaching, great team chemistry. They know exactly what they're doing. So I'm just like, man, Gonzaga, I know they're the big dog in there. They're a well-oiled machine.
That's tough.
I'm like, I'm a tough team, that Jalen Suggs, Lord. Good. Man. I'm like, man, he is speed in the end. I'm just like, man, somebody asked me, they were just like, yo, you think he's as fast as like Iverson in his prime? I'm like, he's close. And I'm like, you're talking about he's 6'5".
That's saying something.
He's 6'5".
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if he's there, but he's close because, like, when he pushes the ball, it's like a race car coming at you. Like, man,
he's gliding when he's pushing the ball.
Yeah.
And it's so fluid. It's like, he's taking long strides and he's very methodical with it, man. Like, really good. Gonzaga is a team that they're a well-coached, well-oiled team. We talk about this 2 weeks in a row now, Mark. So, I would love to see Michigan go and beat Gonzaga. Yeah. And Juwan Howard get a chance to cut those nets, man. I think Juwan Howard deserves it. The emotion that he has in these kids and his program has taken that program to a whole different level. Yep. I don't think he's getting enough flowers right now. You think at someone like Harbaugh, who took a Michigan football program and they declined, but his name is still keeping them relevant. You took Juwan Howard, someone who people say didn't have the pedigree or the wherewithal to get them where they are, and you see their emotion. The guy broke down in the conference. You know what I mean? That's emotion, man. Let's win it for Juwan Howard, man.
Absolutely. I want to see it, man.
I want to see it.
And I think they can give Gonzaga a great game. I think that's the one team in this field that, has really what it takes, really to give Gonzaga a real nice game. I think the other teams are good, but they're weak. They have a weakness somewhere that Gonzaga can capitalize on. I'm not sure if they can capitalize on Michigan like they can capitalize on the other teams that are left.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So now, Mark, we're at that point in our show where we do our Fast Five.
Right.
Jason, if you was following us and watching the show, we do a Fast Five segment where we have 5 topics that we just speed rap through and we just pay through it, get in and get out. The first one we got, UFC. The UFC. Yo.
360, yeah.
60, baby. The big dog.
Big
dog, man. What you think, Mark?
Man, that knockout.
Nagano, man. That knockout was vicious.
Goodness. I'm just like, man, I haven't seen a knockout like that in a while. That was power. And it wasn't like, he came with this long stride to hit him. It was just like, boom. You know what I'm saying? Punch. And he got him punch.
He leaned into it. He leaned into it. So we call it a shoulder punch. When you punch someone, it's like a straight shoulder, and you got all of this power going into it.
Yeah.
Woo! I thought he was going to die.
The hero of the fight was the ref. The hero of that fight was the ref.
Yeah. When I seen a replay and I seen, I seen what you were talking about. That I'm like, man, if you box, you understand, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you seen it coming. You've seen it coming. You know what I mean? Especially when they showed it on the replay. I'm like, oh, goodness.
And you can't move.
Because the replay it looked worse. The replay it looked worse for the ball.
Right. It's work because he was going to finish him off. My fellas, my biggest takeaway from that is now look at what we have.
Three.
We have three.
World champions.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
the
crazy,
culture, man. Africa now has 3 UFC champions, man. 2 for Nigeria and 1 for Cameroon. That's major.
That's props.
That's beautiful, amazing.
Props right there, man. Definitely.
We're beautiful people, man. We have beautiful culture, man.
Yes, we do. Yes, we are.
The second one, NBA young boy. Yo, Marc sent this to me Saturday, man. Marc was like, yo, this bull is wild now. So NBA young boy, man. He'll never be broke again, young boy, man. Yo, Marc, what's wrong with this kid?
I'm like, man, this guy is always in some shit. I mean, you know what? And it's crazy because I'm like, man, this is one of my, like my nephews, some of my young boys. This is their guy. Like, this is their guy right here, right? And he's always in some shit.
Yep.
Between like 10 baby mamas. He like 21, got there about 10 baby mamas, right?
Right.
Like, man, so he got arrested on the guns, right? So he's on probation or parole, right? So I'm like, and the feds is coming after him. The feds already have their case laid out. They're coming after you anyway, right? They said he had a
legal charge with him now.
I mean, man, this guy's illegal club going on. He got a dog fighting ring going on. I'm like, goodness, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, if the feds after this, I'm like, he looking at double digits.
Yeah.
Oh, easily.
Double digits, easily.
I'm
pretty sure in the video, you know what I mean, where the dog had to sniff him out. I'm like, goodness, you know what I mean? But they told him, look, you got a dog, man. The dog might bite you. I'm like, NBA young boy, please come out. I don't want to see you get bit on camera. You know?
Right. Yeah, man.
I don't want to see that.
Right.
Well, sorry for the kid, man. He need to get help.
He need to get help, man. But he about to get it now. Yo, one way or the other, he's going to get some help.
You ain't lying.
If you know what I mean. So, so the third one, man, Versus came out, and they're going to do SWV versus Escape. So Tayson, this is in your wheelhouse, man. This is that R&B hit, man. I think it was Marc who sent me a message. He said, "Yo, do they have 20 apiece?" And I was like, "Yo, relax, man. Hey, Marc, relax."
I think you're gonna get like, you gotta understand, like some people got like them real deep album cuts.
Right.
I think they're just like how Keisha Cole was. If you got like real Keisha Cole like fans, that's the same thing like what SWV and Escape. It's like you got real like them.
Come on, Stacks. Right.
Yeah, like you'll have like some deep like album cuts like that wasn't really played on the radio. Like, I think you'll get that. Like, now 20, it is gonna be something, but I'm looking forward to seeing that actually, because I like Versus, because they're giving, especially both groups like that, their flowers. Because SWV, like, I think we gotta look back at that catalog that they have in terms of how many people remixes they were on. Like,
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Think about the remixes they got on.
Like, I mean, man, SWV, it was a period where they were like on fire.
Period.
I mean, they were on fire. Like, I'm like, man, because it was like, not only that, then they did a remix to all this stuff, right? The Woo jumping on the joint. I'm like, oh my goodness, SWV on fire.
Yeah, like, you forget, especially that Woo remix was like, man, like. But the thing is, it's not really that you don't have really, like, especially in this era right here, you don't have a lot of female groups. You really don't.
Nah.
You don't.
Even from, if you count the many or like R&B like female groups from when they started to now, it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, man, maybe a duo, maybe a group here or there. That's all you get. You know? Yeah.
For me, I honestly, the more I think about it, the more I feel that, I'll be honest, fellas, I don't know if SWV can go the distance with Escape. Because you got to keep in mind, Escape really got some joints that were like B cuts during Jermaine Dupri's hype when he
I agree with that.
Really producing. You know what I mean? I think SWV got about 5 or 6 joints that Escape cannot touch no matter what they drop.
Yeah.
But I think if you start like really thinking about like how far can they go, I think when you get into that 10th round, that 11th round, I wonder if SWV can maintain and last that long. Because you got to think about it. One thing that Escape has, they also have a couple of solo joints out there too. Like Candy was out there still dropping stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wonder if they're going. That's the one thing I was thinking about. If they're going to basically say, all right, well, look, are we doing Candy stuff? Because if they're doing Candy stuff, well, look, we forget about 10. Look,
they're going to have to. And don't forget, Candy pinned a lot of stuff. Her pin game is crazy. So they throw that in there, and she started doing the rendition of what she wrote for somebody else. SWV not gonna be able to handle it, man. It's be too much.
No, I agree.
They're gonna run out of gas. So I'm looking forward to it. I may not watch it, but I'll get the feedback from y'all. So
I'm looking forward to it because you got to get groups like that, like they.
You do. Those are legacy acts. You got to give them a chance to show what they can do.
Right.
So our fourth one, Coach Mike Woodson, and Mark dropped this on my head top out of the blue. So we want to pay homage to the homie, man. Like Coach Mike Woodson got a job at Indiana, man. Mark, how do you feel about this, man? You think that's well deserved?
I'm gonna say like this: it's well deserved, but let me speak to the haters real quick. You know, because I'm reading articles, you know, and they're like, yeah, I don't know if you're gonna make it. You know, college game is a different game, you know, than the pro game, right? And they always say this when a black candidate come up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's never, you know what I mean, when a white candidate come up. When a black candidate come up, they say, I don't know the game. Because they said the same thing about Juwan Howard. Yep. You know what I'm saying? The same, I don't know. Patrick Ewing said, I don't know. You know? So I'm just like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, listen. Or, you know what I mean? Mike Woodson knows X's and O's. That's number one.
Yes, he do.
I'm like, you know, draw up a play, he got it. The only thing that Mike Woodson needs, you know what I mean, on his staff is, you know, a couple great recruits, right? And then he comes in and closes the deal, you know. But it's like, yo, if you got Mike Woodson in your house, this guy is coaching the pro game for like 20-something years.
Absolutely.
So head coach twice, right? I'm just like, yo, young fella, you trying to get to the league? Because I can help you get there, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been around it. Imagine, you know what I mean, for the calls he could make on the recruiting pitch, you know what I'm saying? So all them guys that he coached, oh yeah, you know, hey man, what you call, you know what I'm saying? Any former pros from IU, all of that, he could do all of that. So I'm just like, man, you know, like don't try to trash him before he get in there. Let that man get in there and let's see what he can do. The Big Ten is an animal. I'm not even gonna lie. It's definitely a tough conference, you know, to get your foot in. And Indiana hasn't really been that good since Bobby Knight. So it's a long time, you know, it's coming. But if they can get some recruits there, keep some of those in-state guys there, I'm trying to tell you can do damage. You can do some damage out there.
I agree. So the last one we have is your boy, Marc. What is his name? Lil Nas X. I don't even want to say his name, man.
Man, we go. Listen, I know this is fast five, but we're gonna take a little bit of time with this. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Listen, right?
Breathe on it, man. Breathe on it, man.
If you want to believe in sneakers, if that's your thing, right? Okay, let that be your thing. But why you gotta bring Nike into it? Nike didn't even prove that. You know what I'm saying? All you did, you know, was take some pairs and then drew on them. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, like I hate when people be like, yo, Shawn, I know you see this, right? You know what I'm saying? Somebody grab some J's or whatever, right? I know you see this. They grab some J's, they paint all over it, and then you just look at it like, come on, why you do that? Why you do that to them good sneakers? Why you do that? I'm just like, man, listen. I'm just like, come on. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, man, and I'm like, I get his publicity, right? And I get, you know what I mean, his marketing, right? But I'm just like, man, here's my problem, right? I'm like, listen, Lil Nas X, you had one of the biggest records ever, right? Then you had a couple follow-up records that were pretty good. So obviously you're pretty good at doing this music thing. You don't need all the shenanigans, man. You don't need the shenanigans. Just do the music. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to say like this. One more thing. You know, I'm going to let y'all go. One more thing I got to say, right? I'm like, listen, I understand, you know, he got dealt a pretty tough hand, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, with being gay and everything like that. get it. You know what I mean? You were shunned by the church. It's probably a lot of family members who were, you know, in the church from your family who shunned you. I get it. But dude, you know what I mean? Is this going to, like, I don't know, like haunt you forever? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, your success, you're doing well. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, why do you give this energy to people, you know, who don't like you, can't stand you, hate you, or whatever? Live your life, brother. Whatever that is, live your life, man. Stop giving your energy, you know what I mean, to this negative shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why he's doing gimmicks like this, because he's giving his energy to too much negativity. Stop it.
Bullshit. Right.
I think, but also though, I'm gonna piggyback off of this. But also, I think he's also being, like, I put it in the chat before. Like, I think he's being like sort of like smart a little bit. It's a business 101. It's like, look, saw a product, I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna get all that publicity or what have you. Right? Some people gonna buy it, regardless of what anyone is gonna say. Some people gonna buy that. You're gonna get a profit off of it.
Right.
And good or bad publicity is better than no publicity.
Right.
And that's what he's getting right now. So.
At what cost, though? I mean, now you're talking about a whole different element that he's dealing with. I didn't see the video, and nor will I see that video. But I was reading things today, and you know, they were saying dude was on the video, like he slid down a stripper pole and was lap dancing on Satan. I guess the Satan version in the video, like some weird shit. And then he didn't go up about the shoe. Nike immediately came out and said they don't support the shoe, and it's not a shoe from their collection. What he did was, it's no different than a lot of these other artists, like DJ Khaled. He has a lot of Jordans, right? A lot of Jordans that he actually collaborate with one of the like Tinker, who's one of the designers of Jordan. He collaborates with them to create like a we the best version of the Jordan, right? It's not something that's sold in retail. You can't really, you have to like have connects to get it, whatever. He did this with a third party vendor, where the only thing it did was took a color scheme and they added some other stuff to it. They said it was a drop of blood, but when I started reading the comment, I started reading the actual notes to it. It's a drop of red ink that they're using, right? And it's only like 600,
right there.
Like 666 pairs or some shit like that. That he's actually selling off. It just now you're dealing in a whole different realm that you should not be playing with. Like I said again, at what cost are you putting yourself out there when you're aligning yourself with Satan or whatever the case may be? And again, you know, more power to the brother if he feel that's what he has to do. But me, I'm not supporting any mess like that. You know what I mean? So with that said, Mark and I came up with this idea that you guys remember the episode of Martin, this guy named Angry Man. And Angry Man was always angry on every episode he played in Martin. So we got a segment, we got a hit that we call this "Man, Sit Your Ass Down" award, and that award goes to Little Nas X. Man, sit your ass down.
Sit your ass down.
Sit your ass down. Yo, look at Angry Man face. Angry. Yo, man,
I love it though.
Hey, listen, Angry Man was looking at Derek Jackson like this last week.
Yes, last week Derek Jackson got this same look. Man, sit your ass down. Like, yo, so every week when we found some buffoonery out there, we're going to give y'all the "Sit Your Ass Down" award. Yeah, for that. Be prepared for that. All right. So, so we finish our Fast Five segment. We're going to hit our last two main topics, and then we're going to go into our last couple of segments. We still got some more to get into. Before we get into the main topic for the night, we have one more we want to get into, and that's our number 4 topic, and that's the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Episode number. Oh man, this was a heavy episode. I really loved it. Anyone who knows me know I love Marvel comics. I'm a nostalgia guy when it comes to Marvel. One of the things that stood out to me in this episode, and I'm gonna flip it back to you guys, but one of the things that stood out to me in this episode was just the dynamic between Sam and Bucky starting out. And most importantly, man, Marvel went down a road I did not see them going, and just having I want to say bravery, but just having the gall to do it is that they represented, man. Black Captain America. Again, I'm a comic book buff, So I knew where they were going with this when I started seeing them plant them seeds. But if you look at the first Black Captain America, this was like a comic book run that happened right after Captain America went under ice, right? And this comic book, even in real life, this comic book honestly did not get a lot of published because a lot of published and a lot of hits because you have a Black man representing America back in the 60s and in the 50s when Stan Lee, being the visionary that he was, he wanted to show equality across the board, and he used a lot in the sake of his comic books. So for the episode to go that route, and then after they left his house, the cops pulled over Sam and Bucky and asked Bucky, was he okay? That resonated with me a lot. Me being in the military, me being retired from the military, we go through that where you get your uniform on, they don't touch you, you're good. They're like, thank you for the service, salute you and everything, and these colors don't run. But if I wear Queens Wolf or Queens Get the Money shirt, I'm the same that fought for this country, and I get looked at different. So I thought that Marvel hit it on the head. So what you guys think about the episode?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, right? Like, with the Black Captain America, right? Because I'm like, at first when it went there, I'm like, I wasn't really sure exactly who what's going on, who it is, all of that. And then he's talking and he's telling the story, and I'm like, wait a minute. I think somebody told me this before, right? And I just everything's kind of adding up in my head about that. So I'm just like, that was a crazy scene. To find out that the girl is the leader of the of who they're chasing, the young girl. You know what I'm saying? Who wears they wear all the masks or whatever, right? I'm still trying to figure out how to get their power. Because I'm like, the guy that tipped over a whole telephone pole by himself. So I'm still trying to figure out, like, yo, what are they taking?
So they mentioned it. They mentioned it, Mark. They actually taking the super soldier serum.
Oh, okay.
All right. So General Ross, General Ross, who played in Incredible Hulk and the one who had the actual Captain America initiative, he's the one who's giving them the serum behind the scenes.
Oh.
So they're all super soldiers based on that serum being diluted and passed on to them. So yeah, they're gonna dive into all of that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Crazy, man. But I'm just like, man, I'm still want to see where this thing is going. It was good to see Bucky, come in there or whatever. So I was just like, all right, it's picking up. So I'm like, so I'm just like, man, I'm interested to see where it's going. I know we have like 4 episodes left, but I want to just see how it's going to do. And then all of these things are going to tie into the movies.
Right.
So I mean, man, that's why you got to watch that. Like, I got to go back and watch WandaVision and all that. So I'm like, man, because I'm like, when the movie come out in the movies and I'm actually going to the movie, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Be ready. I'm ready.
Gotta be ready. Yes, sir. So, Tayson, how did this show hit you, man? I know you're a Marvel buff as well, man. Are you caught up to speed on the show?
Yeah. Because basically, like I said, me and my son, we watch it like every time it dropped Friday. And he's just like you. He's a huge, like, Marvel DC guy. And to see it when he noticed that immediately before I did, but when it came to the to the Black Captain America, he was like, "Oh, wait, hold up, they doing this now?"
Right.
Like, oh,
right.
He's like, we about to hit it now.
Right.
And I think I gotta give it up to Marvel, really. Especially, and hold up, Mark, you have to see WandaVision. You got to see WandaVision.
Yeah.
All time.
Yeah, seriously. But I love what they're doing with this show. Like, and it's crazy because just like what you said, like in terms of basically when you're in uniform and basically like everything's all gravy. But when you out, just a regular shirt, man. Hold up. And did you notice now the cops up there, they came for Sam. All of a sudden they noticed who Sam was, but eventually they put Bucky
right
back in the car. And I was like, wow.
Right.
And
Bucky's
that's
and
a lot
Bucky's
of symbolism
killer.
there with that though. A lot of symbolism with like I can't believe Disney's like not Marvel's going there with that. Like I was like, all right, okay, I see what y'all doing now. Like,
right.
I can't wait to see what they got for the next 4 episodes here because even though I really hope there will have been more episodes, but
Right.
Like I really like what they're doing with the show for real.
Absolutely. When that happened,
that little girl though, the little girl's the key. Well, not little girl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Little girl. Yeah.
She's the key.
When that happened, I messaged Stacks. I said, "Yo, you got to get into this, man. This is your bag right here. What Marvel is doing with this whole storyline." So I'm curious to see how this thing continues to go down, and hopefully we can get a good finale, man. I don't think those is enough, but hey, I take whatever they give me right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So fellas, it's that time to get into our main topic as we get ready to get into the last half of our segments. So we had a lot of discussion around this topic. Hip Hop Wired decided to put together a top 30 female list. No one agreed to this list at all.
No.
We had people reach out to us saying they want to hop on and talk about this because no one agreed to the list. So I think I got two people backstage right now that wanted to hop on. And it, actually two females that want to speak to it from their perspective. And the fact that it matters is both of them are from Jersey. So a lot of them,
this is
the number one, it's that energy. So I got Philly and I got Jersey in the house. So without further ado, let's bring these ladies on. I think they're out there in the back.
What's up? How y'all doing?
Let's see what it do.
What it is.
And we got Nikki.
Hey, how are you guys?
Ladies, how's it going? How's it going?
Hey.
Hey, sis.
So we got Jersey in the house and we got Philly in the house. So Chauncey, tell us who you are, where you from, state your claim.
Man, Jersey stand up all day, every day. Let me say, first and foremost, just shout out to all the ladies who made the list. I want to start off with positivity. Shout out to all the ladies who made the list.
Gotcha.
But I think I had to take I'm up to my max on Advil today. Like I literally had to pop in a lead every time I read the list. It gave me a headache. I was like, what are they talking about? You seriously? Shantae, right there, Shantae, 25. Like, yo, I'm like, what's going on here? Like, real talk. Do you listen to music or do you just skim through it? What's going on here?
Relax. We're gonna get into it. Relax.
I couldn't help it.
So Nikki, state your name, where you from, what's your purpose?
I'm here. My name's Nikki P. I'm from Jersey, but I live in Charlotte now. But rep Jersey all day, every day.
Indeed. So thank you, ladies, for hopping on tonight. I know in the chats today, everyone was talking crazy about this list. No, I have met not one person who liked this list. Everyone hated this list. And I didn't create the list. Marc did not create the list. This list was created. Shout out to Hip Hop Wired. This list was created by Hip Hop Wired. I don't know what they factor in. They did not really put any factors together. Yeah. So I'm going to allow y'all to debate as far as what this list really mean and why you feel like the list was off kilt. So here is the quick rundown on the top 10. So Queen Latifah, representing New Jerusalem, of course, was number 1, right? I don't know if y'all agree with that or not, but we'll get into it. You got Lil' Kim out there in the top 10. You got Missy, you got Lauren, you got the Brat, you got Rod Digger, you got Fox Boogie, you got Nicki Minaj, you got Remy, and who else we got out there? I can't hardly see it.
Lauryn Hill.
And Lauryn Hill, right? And who else?
Rhapsody.
So then they came out, and here is that crazy list right here that that Chauncey kind of alluded to. You got, I don't even know who Lady Bud Mecca is. I got to research that at home. Lady Bud Mecca. Right? Who is that?
That's Diggable Planets, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Diggable Planets. Yeah.
Spot on, Marc. You're right. Trina should not be on this list. I remember my homie, Dre Carter said that Mia X should be number 1. Somebody get Dre the fuck up out of here at one point. So, you got
him back to the streets.
Send him back to the streets.
Oh, the garbage can, you know what I'm saying?
Garbage, the dumpster. And so you see the list right here, y'all. So let's dive into it.
Oof.
Let's dive into it. Marc, let's give it to our guests. I'm gonna give it to our guests.
Yeah.
About this list.
Go ahead, go in, ladies. Tell you something. Y'all go in. I'm gonna sit back and cut.
I'm gonna just sit back.
I'm in the cut. I'm
gonna check some algorithms while y'all go into it. So please go ahead.
I'm going to just say this. Do you see how many Jersey artists is on the top 10? Okay.
Period.
I'm gonna say that. Go ahead, y'all. I had to say that part. I'll come back in later.
Cardi should definitely not be on this list. I don't know how Cardi's up there.
Okay.
She does not deserve to be up there. I don't know how Megan is on there as well. I was thrown off by that. I don't know who Ladybug Mecca is either, so I'm not sure about that one.
That nigga was playing is Cool Like That. If y'all remember that song? Cool
Oh, okay. I never knew what her name.
Yeah.
Who I am? I mean, I actually am a fan of Bahamadia. I really love her. Like,
Really all day.
Yeah, that true honey bun. Want to have fun, unlike a tickle settle for a hit and run. So,
right. Word.
Okay.
Like, how is Roxanne Shante like 25 and Trina is at 18? Like, that's wrong.
I don't have my Advil sitting next to me, please. I can't.
I don't understand that at all.
I feel like Queen Latifah probably made number one because she is the whole shebang, basically. So I don't know if they're just basing it off of rapping, but she's done everything: acting, rapping, have her own line. All
she is a triple threat.
Circle. So I'm going. I agree with that. Maybe that's why she made number one, but I would have picked Rod Digger.
But you know what, Tina? Just to say real quick, I think when they did this list, right? I'm not even sure. I think they kind of basing it on just, can you rap? Do you have hit records? What else do you do besides have hit records? And I think that's how they formulated the list. I'm not sure, but I think that's how some of the people made the list. When you look at like, man, you don't know this? Probably because of that.
Is number 24? Is that Shauna from the Ludacris camp? Is that her? Like,
that's her.
Oh,
yeah.
You know what? Maybe I'm rap biased. I have to be honest. I don't know. I don't even know like 2 songs by her. Like, I really don't. All I know is I don't know it. I'm sorry. I can't give you 2 tracks. I can give you that one with Ludacris, that whole lick. But past that, I don't know what. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who this woman? Who this woman?
They're getting some head track.
I'm right with you.
I mean, bro, they played that everywhere. Like, that shit was
and
nuts.
Eve should be higher up on the list too.
Who?
You know what? I have to change my number
one.
I love me some
Light.
Should have been in the top 10.
Light would be my number one.
Yeah, Light should be in the top 10.
Should have been in the top 10.
Paper Thin is my shit. When you say you love me, it doesn't matter. It goes into my head as
man. Look.
No, you can't forget. Don't forget 10% this too. I mean, Light should be in the top 10, if not top 5.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta understand with Light though. No, but with Light though, if you think about it, I mean, for a long time they said she was the best.
The best.
Like, I don't know how you outside the top 10 when you at one point in time was considered the best. No one better. Like,
right.
You can't be outside the top 10 when you consider, number one at some point in time.
You can't.
Here's that. Like, her lyrical.
Here's the crazy thing. Oh, go ahead, Tayson. Go ahead.
Now I'm saying, like, people forget really how lyrical MC Light is. Like, seriously. Like, that's a person I think that really need, like, her own, like, I remember how they gave, like, Little Kim, like, that VH1 type of, the hip-hop honors. Like, give MC Light that. Like, yo, like, man, look, man. She should be in the top 5, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with that.
So, let me ask y'all this: do y'all think that Cardi B?
I think right now, if she came out with something, I think she would kill it.
MC Light to kill. I think she'd get in anyone right now. Honestly,
should we like her voice just being the master ceremony on the awards?
Yes, every year. I love her.
I didn't even know she called that many things, but every time it's an award show, you hear her talking. Like the award show, it don't matter which one it is. Like,
right?
Oh, okay, Light found a nice lane right here. You know what I mean? That's working for her.
let me ask you all this. Let's break it down in buckets. So lyrically, who will be the top 3 lyrically? Because we talk about, let's not talk about album, I'm talking about lyrical content, flow, lyrics. Who will be your top 3? Nikki, who's your top 3? If you can just not even thinking about it, just thinking lyrics from the list the list itself.
I have Remy,
Okay.
Rhapsody,
Yeah.
Kim.
Okay. What say you, Mark?
Shoot, I like Latifah. People don't understand how Latifah was getting people ass. Like, people really don't understand that she was getting somebody ass. You know what I'm saying? I have her, and I got Shantae. I got to go old school with it. Shantae was the first female battling dudes and ripping them to shreds. I mean, yo, UTFO, like, I mean, back in the day went out of business. Shantae was 13. That's all I'm going to say like that.
Queens get the money. Queens get the money. How about you, Tina?
MC Light, Rod Digger. I gotta put Kim in there, man, because she brought out that. I got to. She brought out a different
Kim changed the game.
That females was just going nuts. Like,
yo, thank you, Biggie. Thank you, Biggie.
Yeah, that's Big's pen though. So
thank you, Biggie.
Like, okay, when Queen Latifah came out and she brought out, no, not even when she came out, but when she did UNITY, females got liberated, right? Who you calling a bitch, right? And then, but when Kim came out, everything that females wanted to do, they were scared to do.
Yeah,
she just brought that other side out. Like I used to be scared at it.
Right.
So, okay, so
but we're gonna put that in the bucket too. So hold that thought. We're gonna put that in the bucket too. So Chauncey, who your top 3 would be? Lyrically.
Man, lyrically, that's hard. I need a top 5 for that one. But if I had to narrow it down, I would say, definitely Roxanne Shante, Rod Digger, and Remy Ma.
Oh, that's tough.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, lyrics.
That's a good one. Ooh, that's a good one.
I mean, Rhapsody comes right in there holding that. You know, she's right there. But I needed the top 5. But I had to give you those 3. That's all I could do.
They all nasty though. They all nasty.
They nasty.
That's nice. That's a nice one, Chauncey. How about you, Tyson? Can you top that? Top 3.
Man, I don't even know. All right, top pen game wise.
That's tough. That's tough.
That's tough. I would say, man, that is tough. Man, that's a tough one. I would say Light. Yeah, Remy. Remy, you got to put Remy up there. And man,
that's a tough one at the top.
That's a tough one. Like top 3. Like,
yeah.
I know we need 5.
Hold up. You know what I'm getting? You know what I'm getting?
I'm going through this. So
no, hold up. I got one more.
Okay.
Missy?
That's
no. Now you really have to think about what Missy.
No. Hold that thought, because that's another category. Hold that thought. I'm going somewhere with this. All
right, go ahead, Shawn.
So Chauncey, we're gonna concede that Chauncey probably got the better one, right? We're gonna concede that. We're gonna get that. To
I got that. Yeah.
We got. Let's give props where it's due. She killed us on that, because I was thinking you got to get Remy. Lyrically, Remy is unmatched in my opinion.
She can be, man. Yeah,
her own shit. Her pen game is nice. Her delivery is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Again, she write her own shit. I gotta eliminate Kim out of that, because Big's pen.
I heard Remy freestyle.
Remy is an animal. All right, Remy will
He's
beat.
Not a good freestylist.
Remy will beat.
She started in battle rap.
She's right. She tore Lady Luck up. Like, I mean, I still watch that to this day. She killed Lady Luck. That was insane.
Yeah, she murdered Lady
Luck.
And Lady Luck was the best at that time.
And I like Lady Luck.
Lady Luck was the best at that time. She said, "You can pay weight like your weight." Yo, I don't get into that, but Remy got to be number 1 lyrically, in my opinion. Number 2, you got to go Roxanne. It starts with Roxanne. I think Roxanne was the one who started women to be lyrical. Like, she was. This is how you have to rap as a woman. I'm 13 and I'm taking out these guys. I'm taking out the whole. Yeah, then she from Queens. Get the money.
Borough to borough.
Right, and she was killing it. So you gotta get it to. You gotta get Remy, Shantae. Raw Digger is raw. Yo,
Oh, that's my girl.
Raw did she do?
it's crazy. She was in the Flip Mode squad, and she was out rapping Buster when Buster was Buster. You know what I mean? When Buster was killing it. Raw Digger. Remember the Imperial album where they had the Posse album? Raw Digger shot that album.
Digger, Digger, birth name
Oh my
Rashid,
goodness.
sweetest person. Had
Yo,
Yeah.
yo, Mark, remember when she was on the Fuji's joint with that Posse cut?
Yeah.
Oh man, yo.
Yeah, she was
Yo,
killing
she
it,
killed
man.
that.
She was killing it, man.
You gotta get raw. So Chauncey, you won that one. All right, I can see the second one, influence, the influence bucket.
Man, see,
Your top three.
Oh, that's
Coming hard tonight, Shawn. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
influence.
I'm gonna go back to Nikki. Influence bucket. Who's your top three?
Kim,
Yeah.
Definitely.
Latifah,
Okay.
and Missy.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's tough.
all right,
Yeah,
okay.
that sound about right. That sound about
Mhm.
sound
So,
about right.
Mark, attack that one, Mark. What you got? Can you top that three?
Man, well, I got two out of the three already. Yeah, I mean, Kim in there. I'm like, man, you know, Kim paved the way for Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
Fact.
you got to call it like it is. And Missy, I'm just like, man, you know what I'm saying? Because when Missy first came out, people just think, oh, it's all Timbo. Nah. You know what I mean? For his actually kind of the other way around. No disrespect, Tim, if you watch it. But Missy really had that crew together. We talking with Aaliyah and Genuine and all them guys. I'm like, Missy really was keeping that thing together. I mean, Tim Nice with the beat, but Missy was just such a different artist. Like, she was just ahead of her time. Personally. You know what I mean? I think the way she came allowed other artists to be like, you know what, I can just be myself and do some shit that people might call weird, but that shit is the shit. So I gotta give it to Missy for that. You know what I'm saying? My third one for influence, man, I'm just like, cause I'm a guy. I gotta go Lauryn Hill. I'm gonna go Lauryn Hill.
Mark.
I'm like, here's the thing. Not only can she rap her ass off, but then she got that singing kind of thing too. She got that going.
And
right?
no one's ever done it
Latifah
yet.
got that
No one's really ever done that yet.
So when you
Queen
sing,
Latifah sings.
Latifah.
Not
Well,
like
you
Lauren.
would say like
Not
this.
like Lauren. Not like Lauren.
When you sing,
Lauren's got a
Lauren
better.
sang.
Lauren.
well, here's the
But
thing.
it's
When you see some of the artists who came
Queen Latifah got a studio.
after Lauren, though, right? That, you know, we're trying to incorporate that. I mean, you see where that came from. Like, wait a minute, this chick can hold a note. And she, like, you know what I'm saying? But you know where that came from. I'm like, man, but people sleep on Lauren like she can't, you know what I mean, spaz on the track. Like, I want to spaz on some shit.
Right.
I mean, so that's my three.
That's tough, Mark.
All right.
Yo, so Tay-Son, what you got, man?
I'm gonna say this. It's gonna be a tie. I'm gonna say Foxy and Kim, because I really don't think people give Foxy the credit.
She doesn't. She doesn't get the credit. No.
She doesn't get the credit that really people really should be giving her, because
That's the reason.
remember,
she doesn't.
Remember, all right, and I want everybody to put this together. Is put Foxy's best album against Kim's first best album. Whose album's beating whose?
Whew. I give Foxy
Kim.
I'll take Kim.
I'm taking Kim all day.
You'll take Il Nana, right? Foxy's first album against Hardcore.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll take Hardcore over Il
I
Nana.
want y'all to look back at
take Il Nana.
Hardcore and look back on the tracks for Il Nana.
I take Il Nana.
Man, look.
I take Il Nana. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, y'all gonna say that, but Kim was more for the females, and that's why females most likely will go with Kim.
But
Kim was awesome.
I'm going with Kim on that one.
Yeah, all right.
You know, Mark going with Kim on Hardcore for real. Mark had that poster.
I would say Missy. Hold up, and I'm gonna piggyback off of Missy too, because Missy, man, like as many stories that we're hearing now about Missy in terms of also about like the Benjamin story in terms of how she set up that whole that whole in terms of that whole song, what have you. How she basically said, well, look, this is where Puff should go. This is where you should go, Jada. This is where you should go. Bang. She set up the whole song. Like, that's just something. Like, Missy really, to me, is like, she's number one, period.
She orchestrates. Yeah.
She orchestrates. She knows how to set up a song. She writes for people. Like, she is just like everything. Like, to me,
everything.
Okay.
And you know what? Really, the person that's really after that, I'm going to say, like, the third, it's got to be now. It's going to have to be Cardi, because like this generation right here, because now all the like the female rappers now are looking at Cardi like, oh, I'm all right. I can do like how she's doing now.
Right.
Like you have to give Cardi some credit right now. Like I have to give her credit with that. But that's my three right. That's my little right there. That's mine right there.
So what you got? Your three.
So I had to change my first top. So I'm just gonna say the name. So it's Light, Lauren, and Digga. Lauren is a great lyricist. Believe me. She is very nice. Okay, so I had definitely Kim, Missy, and I had Queen Latifah because that Unity song was like turned into a movement. For all of hip hop. Period. Like guys actually at one point stopped calling females bitches.
Yeah.
But going off of what Tyson, did I say your name right?
Tyson,
I'm sorry. To piggyback off of what he said, to take Queen out, I'm gonna have, even though I can't really stand her, I'm gonna have to go with Nicki Minaj, and it's because of the generation, not for me, but
right.
I can't just only think about me. Like
culture, I understand that.
Like 80s and 70s.
It's a culture bucket,
You feel what I'm saying? So I gotta speak for the young people, and at that moment, Nicki Minaj was the movement for the younger generation. She had no competition, so she won by default. But
that's big facts.
I have to say Nicki Minaj.
That's facts.
Okay. So the reigning champ, Chauncey, what you got for your list?
Man, my mind was blown when Nicki opened her mouth. So I was like, oh, there it is. We're done. It's a wrap. I would have to say, I would go with, for trendsetters, I would definitely have to pick Kim, of course. Like, it's Kim, it's little Kim. Like, I have to pick her.
You got to, yeah.
I'm going with, of course, I want to throw in Queen Latifah, but I'm going to go with Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
And then my third, and this is my personal opinion. Don't come for me in these comments, okay?
Yeah.
No, not at all, sir. Not at all. I'm going to say the Brat. Because
that's respectful. Yes.
Because
I
remember growing up, she's underrated. I remember growing up, and I remember even if I wasn't feeling all her songs, I modeled my style off of her. I'm like, Ma, I need those braids. I need them baggy jeans. Like she made it cool to like dress like a dude. And when we were younger, that's what we did. So that was my style. And I just everything she had, I wanted on my back. I'm like, I need that. Like, oh, she's so fly. So I'm gonna throw out the Brat.
She funkified.
Yo,
man. Some funky on it.
Whenever she get on the track, she be look.
Dude, she do a thing though,
and she plays the track.
Yes.
Brat do a thing, man.
She do.
Everyone has great lists. I'm gonna see if I can top everybody. My first one, you still gotta go with Shantae, right? Because Shantae,
because
you talking about cultural trend and impact. She gave birth to the MC Lights, the Queen Latifah, and the lyrical prowess of females during the time when females could not get their feet in the door of hip hop. She created that. She opened that door, and paid homage to her only because she made the cardinal sin. She battled everybody when they were getting stronger and stronger. You gotta think about it. Shantae, she went at Queen Latifah. She went at Yo-Yo. She went at every female, Salt and Pepper. She went at every female rapper at a time when she should have been collaborating, but she was still in battle rap mode. And that's the only reason that they turned their back on her, because she did say some scathing disses to those women. And they said later on in life, they said, look, we don't mess with Shantae because she came at our necks. When we was reaching out to trying to have unity, you and I, Shantae was like, nah, I'm going at your head. I mean, this is like,
she came from that era, though. She came from that era, but like, look,
Right.
Came
She
from
from
that era.
cloth. She from that cloth where you get into the cipher, you have to prove yourself, and she proved herself around some juggernauts. You got to think about it. Kane, you in the era of Kane, when Kane reigned supreme in almost every cipher, and she was holding her own. You got to give her props for that. She created the wave of the lyricists for females. My second one, of course, you gotta go with Lil' Kim. Although Big created Lil' Kim, Lil' Kim's the way she was able to project it, I don't think no one else could have done it. Big could have wrote that same rap and that same album for Charlie Baltimore, and she could not put it in a package the way Kim delivered. Kim came through and she took control of the Power U, right? Even from the album cover to the inside cover that Marc still have on his in his bedroom right now on the wall. He took control of the Power U and she told women, "This is your power. You're gonna use it to these fuck boys out here." And she did it in a time when we never heard that kind of music and we never heard that kind of flow, that kind of lyric. When you like Tina Seven, when the song came on, I used to be scared of the now I throw lips to the like oh me, I'm like 16 at this time, like, yo, what is this? Like, what is this? I was like doing this like 16, like, yo, who is this? Like, so she created that wave of bravado for women to empower to say whatever they want to say without being judged. So you got to give her that. She gave birth to the little, to the Cardi B's and the Meg Thee Stallions and others like Trina who tried it and failed, and others, Shawn, who tried it and failed, and others, right? Because they were garbage.
I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out who Shauna is.
Trina probably stood on her own because she was representing the South or whatever. But Kim, I feel like Kim had a lot of competition. She had Queen Pen, she had Trina, she had Foxy, she had Eve. She had a lot of competition hitting her. So that's why I don't really have that much respect for Cardi. I mean, not Cardi, but Nikki. There was nobody out for her to go.
Wasn't nobody really out.
The lane was wide open by the time Nikki got in. It was
all her own lane.
She had her own lane. She reinvented what Kim already created. She came and did it all over again, right? And no one was there to compete against that.
When Cardi came out, that was a wreck.
If you go on YouTube, they did a whole double video where she's saying the same lyrics Kim is saying.
Right. Same everything. Because and Safari's pen game was nice. And when he left, so did the work of Nikki. Nikki's not as good as Nikki was when Safari was there penning that shit, right? So my last one is Missy. I think Missy doesn't get her flowers enough. Missy is a great writer. She's a great composer. She's that within itself for her in a male-dominant genre of music, and her to be able to compete on a level that most men cannot compete on, meaning composing and writing. Her writing skills are phenomenal, and she's so talented that I think we take it for granted. Because if you go back and listen to some of her earlier music, even her second album, I think it was The Real World, which is to me my favorite album on Missy. Missy was singing, she was harmonizing, she was doing what Lauren did, but she was doing it in a funky type of way, where it was catchy. Like, look, this is who I am. I'm not changing. I'm not going to put on anything sexy. I'm a big girl. I'm going to be I'm going to be animated. I'm going to do the thing. She created her own lane. I don't think no other female artist could follow that lane. The guys had to follow that lane.
No, guys can't follow that.
Like a Ludacris of the world. You know what I mean? Being animated and being very, vocal in their lyrics and their delivery. So I got to give that's my three Rushmore of cultural influence and impact. I don't think none of y'all beat that, so I'm gonna just go ahead and say I took the title on that round. So
he gave himself the championship belt.
You gotta watch these You gotta watch these self-proclaimed Negroes, man.
Exactly.
I like showing them this,
I won
the rap version of Derek Jackson, man.
Oh, chill out.
You know what I'm saying? Guru. Stop.
Relax. So my last bucket, and I want you to put some thought into this. We got a lot of people viewing right now. Shout out to those who are watching right now. My last bucket is body of work. Now think about
that's tough.
I'm talking about albums,
absolute man,
mixtapes, all that included body of work. Who's your top three?
Only music.
All body of work.
All right.
Everything. Albums, mixtapes, etc. Mark, I'm gonna start with you because you got it,
man. That's tough.
Body of work, man. This is tough. Well, I got Missy at the top.
Yeah,
she's been all over everything, and she's been from back then all the way up. I mean, Missy got records out now with new artists, like you know what I'm saying. So I got to start with Missy. Man, you know what I'm saying. You know what? I'm gonna go to Nicki Minaj. I'm gonna go to, and here's why: because she came out with Cash Money, Young Money, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, this is when Lil Wayne was like considered, you know, the best at that moment. And I'm like, man, she flowing with him. Drake, you know what I mean, for right there on the rise, and Drake, you know, the biggest artist. You know what I'm saying? She's going with them. That was like, you know what I mean, a deadly trio. And then she was doing like some really good music. As you pointed out, Shawn, Safari, not only just the thing game, but you know what I'm saying? His arrangement of music, his ear for music, all the hits, all of those hit records came with Safari. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give credit to that. My last one. My last one. This is tough, man. This is tough. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just like, man, when you talk body of work,
that's tough.
I'm like, man, it's tough, man. But
you got Mark.
You know what? I'm gonna go Salt and Pepper.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I'm like, yo, you got to think from Tramp when they had on the Celtics jersey and the Rockets jersey, all the way up to Shoop and all that stuff, all them records. I mean, that's a lot of records they had. A lot.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of records.
A lot of records.
I'm just like, listen, right? And I understand people want to downplay Salt and Pepper for what they did to defend. You know what? I'm not even going to entertain that right now. I'm going to let that be another conversation for another day. You know what I'm saying? Even though that was janky. You know what I'm saying? Still.
Right.
But Salt and Pepper, though, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, they had a lot of records, man. And they were records, like, you talking back in the day, you know, what's that? You know what I'm saying? Herbie Love Bug, Kid and Play, and all that shit. They were putting a whole bunch of records with film, and they were putting out more records.
Mark.
Just like, it's a lot of records they had. A lot. I give them that.
Oh, Mark came out swinging. Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. Only one person can go behind that, and that's Chauncey. Like,
yo, Mark did me dirty. He stole the words right out my mouth. My first one was Salt and Pepper. I'm like, oh man, let me just turn my mic off, turn my camera, and leave. Like, I gotta do that. Hang it up.
Points were made though.
Yeah, he killed me with that one. I would have to go Salt and Pepper, Missy Elliott, and Foxy Brown. Foxy Brown got a hell of a Cali girl too.
Yeah,
Boogie Brown is bad as hell. Like, I love her. Love her.
She came out,
especially with the album, man. Especially with the album.
Listen,
gotta give it to her.
Yo,
that song she did with that boy Spragga Benz was that's still
yo, that Broken Silence album.
Yo, that Broken Silence. Yes, don't get credit.
Don't get credit at all. She was shitting on Jay that entire album. I loved it. But
and I put Missy in there not just for her body of work, but for the fact that she's worked with everybody. So like she's a producer, she's a writer, like she does it all. Like everybody, she doesn't touch a lot of people's albums. So she got, you know, her catalog is just it's bonkadoodle. Like
it's bananas.
Bananas. It's sick.
Absolutely. So Nikki, I gotta ask you. That's a tough one to follow, but I got confidence in you. I know you can pull it off. Who is your three? Body of work.
I had Missy, of course. And then I was a little torn because I was gonna say Salt and Pepper as well. I could put Left Eye in there.
Ooh, that's a strange
because
one.
they got a lot of body of work.
That's stupid.
TLC.
That's good. Ooh,
And she does by herself too. So like,
that's a wild card. That's a wild card.
Yeah, so that's my 3 right there.
Okay, what you got, Tayson?
I got just like Missy. You gotta get you probably have to get Nicki Minaj. You know what I'll say, the Brett.
The Brett's been around for a while. She's been around for a while and put out shit for a while. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Brett been running through the game for a minute, yeah.
Rika, we love Eve. You know what I mean? Shit.
Oh yeah, we do. We do.
You gotta
give you an Eve story after everybody wrap up. You know what I mean? I got you.
You know, Marc got it. So, Tina, what you got?
So, Left Eye was definitely a thought.
Okay.
TLC has done a lot behind the scenes.
A lot. Absolutely.
They won some awards for some people. Okay. Believe it or not, Scrubs. But I hate that song. Right. But so you said overall and not just music, so it's Queen Latifah for me.
Yeah.
Okay. And she's still standing in this game.
Yes, she is.
Equalizer.
You know when you were on Sunday. You know when you were on Sundays, Tina.
Yeah. Every avenue she has taken, she's still dominant in her avenues. Yeah. Acting, makeup, clothing.
And she's put a lot of people in.
Yeah, she's still definitely Missy. I think we all said Missy, did right?
Yeah. We did.
I had to go a little bit left. I had to give something to Eve. She has done a lot besides music. She had her own show. She was on talk shows. Like, so I had to, it's like she, ever since she came out of music, people don't really follow her as much, but she has done a lot besides music.
Clothing line.
Clothing lines, yep. So everyone got a lot of great lists. It's gonna be hard for me to top it, but I think I can.
There you go again.
There you go. So that fell in the back.
Damn, it's hit.
I'm just saying.
All right, go ahead, Shawn Jackson.
My first one, my first one is JJ Fad. No, I'm kidding. No, Oak Town 357. I'm kidding. No, I think Missy definitely is a no-brainer, right? You got a body of work. Missy probably has one of the most diverse catalogs out of all the female rappers, in my opinion. Her catalog is extensive and it's very diverse. And her albums, I don't think Missy has a whack album. I think all of her albums were actually very solid material. She doesn't have any duds. If you look at Kim's catalog by itself, Kim has a couple of duds in there. She had about 1 or 2 duds in her discography. So I would be hesitant to put her in there. She's great in her own right, not on a Missy level. Missy also has a Grammy, and she's also written Grammy award-winning albums as well, and songs as well. So Missy got to be in there. I struggle with this one, and I kind of want to put Queen Latifah in there because of body of work. Queen Latifah, not only does she has a solid discography, she also has a lot of great movies. She's played in a lot of great movies. She has done a lot of great things for the culture. Not the Flavor Unit, but just if you think outside of Flavor Unit and the things that she has extended herself outside of New Jerusalem, and she became a household name in a position where her type of rap, if you think about it, her type of rap should have never crossed over. Her type of rap should have never gotten the notoriety that it did receive, because she was talking about, she was on some Younger Brothers type stuff back then. You know what I mean? Back in the day, Younger Brothers, like, I don't know if you all had it, but I had like the African medallion at one point. I never had
the native tongue movement.
African medallion with the lion of Judah in the middle. So she was on that type of stuff. And that kind of rap during that time for women was very risky. And she was able to pull it off, and she solidified herself, and her discography is good. And she also has a good track record with with movies as well. So you got to put her in there as far as body of work. My third one and my last one, and I have to kind of piggyback off of Tina. You kind of got to go with Eve, because not only does Eve also have a really good body of work discography, she's probably one of the few rappers that came out under the Rough Riders. You got to keep in mind, Eve came out under the Rough Riders banner. She was the only female, the pit bull in the skirt, that was going toe to toe with a bunch of guys that were at the height of their career. Him, the Locks, and you got Dragon, who was lyrical. So you got to think about what Rough Riders represented in the late 90s and how Eve was able to come in there and take them to a whole different level. And she was able to win a Grammy. She crossed over. She had the Gwen Stefani joint. She crossed over. And now she married a billionaire man that sell gumballs or something like that. So, and she's on The View. So you kind of the way she came from being a stripper with my man Stevie J. Shout out to Stevie J. Sleezo. But my man Stevie J. She started with, keep in mind, y'all, she started with Stevie J. And now she's on The View. She came from the stripper pole to now she's on The View. And she has reinvented herself tremendously. So her body of work has her in a position where she is not Eve from Philly anymore. And she paid her dues. She paid her dues that a lot of artists did not have to pay. She paid them. And now she's in a great position in life. So her body of work to me is remarkable.
Shout to the people who helped Eve come along.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Troy Carter, for real, that there himself, Troy Carter, started with L Nation when she was Eva Destruction. Shout to West Oak Lane. Shout to my man Tariq. I was up there on the video, when Eve was flowing back in the day.
Marc had a hot top fade.
All of that great shit, man.
So real quick, shout out to Bobby. Bobby is from New Jerusalem as well. He was asking about Lauren. So that brings me to my bonus round. All right. So I'm up 2 right now, and y'all got whatever.
Up 2.
So this is the bonus round. And I want y'all honest opinion. Out of all the ladies that we talked about, all the legends that we just talked about, I need to know your one that you feel is highly overrated. Now, don't give me no BS answer. I don't want to hear Lady Luck is overrated. Don't get an easy way out. I want you to really think about who's on this list and who is overrated or who is over embellished by the public and by those who also love them. It's gonna be controversial.
That's easy.
So think about the name. Right? So take some.
That's easy.
So take some. You being out. I want you to think about it. Take some.
Overrated. It's crazy to me to say it.
We just give them all flowers. So now we got to say
Nicki Minaj
might be a little bit too bloated.
Because I think, hold on. Let me think about this for a second. I can't really say that because it's like the lane that she...
Spit it out. Don't think through it. Spit it out.
Out of people we talked about, who is...
Oh, you thinking about it. You're thinking
about it too hard. You got to spit it out.
They're going to come for you in the comments regardless. Just go ahead. Say how you feel.
They're going to come at you regardless.
You already said it. You might as well just keep it
going.
going.
You said it already.
I'm going to have to keep it Nicki Minaj. I'm going to have to say Nicki Minaj a little bit because she didn't have nobody there like to be like her Ali Frazier type situation. She never had like that competition. She really truly didn't have a competition.
Okay.
Like she really didn't have it. And I guess now we're seeing what happens when you don't have competition, when competition is coming up, and now you're seeing how the strong survives. It's and I don't see her being here anymore. Like, she's not gonna get the same. Like, she's sort of in the predicament really as Kim is now, like Lil Kim a little bit now. Like, to me that's just my personal thing with is Nicki Minaj.
You got Nicki. Before we go to the next person, real quick, it's about to be 9:30. Shout out to Blackjack TV, channel 199 Zingo TV. Shout out to Bobby Blackjack. Thank you all for tuning in. Everybody who's on Blackjack, we have to switch over because there's another show coming right after us. But we're going to continue here on Facebook Live, YouTube, as well as our other sponsors that's watching us tonight. So I just want to get a quick shout out before we transition. One more thing I do want to shout out real quick. Those of you who are out there in New Jerusalem, Fabio Foreign and Blackjack TV and pay-per-view, yo, please go to our page tonight. I'm going to post this in the page so you guys can see exactly what's going on out there. Fabio Foreign is going to be out there in New Jerusalem. Matter of fact, I know Chauncey know where this area is located. This is actually at the Ritz Theater. If y'all can see that, pretty decent right there. I got posted. I'm going to blow it up and post it in the Actual Guys page tonight. So those of you who are watching out there, those of you on our page, please make sure you support Blackjack TV pay-per-view. There's more to come. We got so many different things lined up. But yo, go out there, support the kid, Fabio Foreign. Those of you who don't know, he's a good rapper, drill rapper out of New York, New Jersey. He was on Oz Grammy Award-winning album, King's Disease. Killed the verse on there. So again, please support the homie, support Blackjack TV, channel 199, Single TV. We out here. So that's a transition. All right, back into it. So I'm gonna go to you, Tina. Who is your overrated or bloated?
Nicki Minaj.
Damn. So we got two Nicki Minaj. Okay. Wow. I think that's an easy one for y'all to throw out there.
Yeah, like, and she's now that the competition came out, she not there like that no more. And I don't want to hear because she had a baby because Cardi did it.
Yeah, and still killing it, and she still
Beyonce did it. So but yeah, so it's not. That was too easy.
How about you, Mark?
Shoot, I'm gonna say Moni Love. That's pretty much Queen Latifah's little sister. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, what does she really have? Like, they still talk about her. And I understand she did a thing on radio and all that, but as far as the music, what she really had, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm like, she ain't really had much. You know what I mean? You know, so I'm just like, to me, I was surprised that she made the list.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I was like, man, top 30? All time? Moni Love?
Wow.
Moni in the middle don't cut it for me.
That's different. That's different. Yo, shout out to Bobby. Bobby said we can keep going. No one is behind us. So we're still on Blackjack TV. Shout out to Blackjack TV. We still live here. We in overtime right now. Overtime hard drive right now. Support Blackjack TV. Download the app, Blackjack TV channel 199. Again, go to our page and look up. We're gonna post it tonight so you know where to go to, how to get there, how to stream it, all that good stuff. Support the homie. All right. So Nikki, what you got?
Nicki Minaj.
Yo.
Severely overrated in my opinion. Wow. Never really been a fan of her. None of her music is in my playlist.
Wow. None of it?
Maybe Monster. Maybe
I
Monster.
got one.
And that's not even hers.
And that's not even hers. But that's it.
Yeah, but she had the best part. But you're right. I agree with that.
Yeah.
That's right, Nikki. I got one. Roman.
So that's it.
That's
wow. I thought I was gonna be by myself with the Nicki Minaj. Wow.
Yeah. They rock.
Thank God Nikki don't have none of y'all phone numbers.
Who she gonna call? 6'9"?
Don't get Mark started.
Just leave that one alone.
So Chauncey, certified. What you got, Chauncey?
Yo, everybody fitting to hate me. I'm about to go from like
do it
2 followers to -2.
Do it.
Trina.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't care. They don't know none of her music either. I don't care. It's way overrated. Look, my butt's not fat. It's flat, and I don't want to hear your fucking song. So I don't care. Okay. Shout out to the flat booty bitches. Okay. I don't care. I don't care.
I thought you
only people in Florida listen to her music, and we all know you need a passport to go to Florida. So why the fuck?
You got to check in.
Yeah. Come on, man.
I thought you was going to say Shawn.
Chauncey
I thought so too.
Chauncey
I thought Shawn was coming. Like, man, I don't even know none of her songs. Like, all right.
Yeah.
He's the question is overrated. Ain't nobody think about that damn girl.
Yeah, Shawn shouldn't even be on here. So
That's
So
overrated.
she's probably rapping at a Walmart near you. I don't even know what she's doing. Rapping the Walmart specials.
Relax. That's sponsors out there. Relax. Yo, so
Goes down in Walmart. I don't
we
know
got
why.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I shop there. Walmart.
Yo, man.
Pick up the Walmart.
Listen,
yo,
I mean, Back to the Streets is in Walmart all day, every day.
back to the street. Right. Your flip flops on. Yo,
Yeah.
so we got we got 3 Nicki Minaj. We got Trina. We got Moni Love.
Yeah.
I'm about to be all of y'all again. All right. It's not fair. I wish I had better sparring partners. And I know I'm going to get a lot of hate, but hear me out. Hear me out. This was a setup. This was a setup, actually.
I'm about to take you out.
I set the fight. I'm sorry, but L Boogie is overrated.
Woo!
You mean
L Boogie.
you mean the lady who's album is Diamond,
973
right?
coming for you.
Yeah,
L
the lady
Lady's
who's
album
Diamond.
is Diamond.
Look,
All right, my
listen.
bad.
Like the 305 is coming
Listen.
for me. The 973 is
Maybe
on your butt.
Hold on.
L
Mhm.
Boogie.
Shawn, I gotta do this to your ass. Oh hell no. He just disrespected Jersey, my nigga.
The 973 is coming for that ass. Okay, they coming.
Yo,
They coming.
I'm gonna let you work.
Yo, you took that boy off.
Man.
They coming.
Yo.
He said, Lauren.
Wow.
Yo,
Ooh.
yo.
I think
Listen,
Stats, I mean,
listen, hear
the
me
brick
out.
right there.
Hear me out. Hear me out. 'Cause Nikki agrees with me because she was doing this right here just now before y'all got crazy. Listen, Lauren got 1 album, and yes, that album is a classic. It went diamond. It is a great album. Lauren has no body of work. We are still praising Lauren from a 90 album came out in 97, and we're still praising her as if that album is still relevant to her catalog when she doesn't have a catalog. Lauren
the impact.
What about the Fuji's
Lauren
album?
is-
What about the
It's the
Fuji?
impact.
yes, the Fuji album. So she has 2 albums
you can
and
count the
Unplugged. So she got 3 albums.
Unplugged.
Let's
Yeah,
not
Unplugged.
let's not put Unplugged in that category because
Wow.
Unplugged
Still like
it was
Sister Act
okay. Look,
Yes,
Lauren
Sister Act
hasn't
2 soundtrack.
Lauren did not show up to the concerts that she was headlining.
Never do.
Relax, Mark.
All right, and we laughed at it.
She took everybody money and ran.
Like, all right, I'm out.
Lauren does not show up to her own concerts. We out there looking around like, yo, where's Lauren? So Lauren has really one solo album. Now I know the story behind that. I know why it's like that. I get it. But Lauren does not have, and you're right, Stacks. It's a masterpiece. Illmatic is a masterpiece. You know, there's so many other albums that are masterpieces, right? But I'm saying it's one masterpiece. How long can she continue to ride off of that wave? I'm not saying that she is to the point where she's trash. I would never say that. Lauren is phenomenal. Lauren is a goddess. We love Lauren. But Lauren is also overrated. It's tough to have her in a top 5, in my opinion, because of her lack of body of work. It's no different than, we talked about Big Pun, right? God bless the dead. Big Pun is probably one of the greatest lyricists of our time. Pun was special, but Pun only had 2 albums. We struggle with putting Pun in the top 5 when he has top 5 talent. Lauren has top 3 talent. You can honestly say that Lauren, based on the Miseducation album, Lauren has top 3 talent. But do we really think that Lauren is getting the love based on the fact that she has that one album? She does not make it to her concerts. She has a lot of other stuff going on, and she's a brilliant mind. Sometimes the brilliant mind, they struggle with this type of success off of that first album. No different than Andre 3000. He hasn't released an album or like a body of work since 2001, right? 2002, something like that. But we still consider him one of the GOATs because of his early body of work, and he has enough. Lauren only got one piece of body of work that we can say solo effort. The Fugees album was lightning in a bottle. that album, the score was phenomenal, based on the fact that it made sense. It was a great, well put together album, orchestrated by Wyclef Jean. Right? Lauren played her part, and she played it down very, very well, and she killed it. She outshined them on that album. But let's not forget the mastermind behind the Fugees album. I'm sorry, but Lauren to me is slightly overrated.
She's a huge influence. That album was a huge influence.
Was.
That's why it's still a major
Resonate
today.
It
that
was.
one album that you keep saying, that one album,
Yeah,
it was so powerful.
it was.
People.
And we
that's
deserve
why
more.
it's still carried on today. There's a message in that album every single time you listen to that
It
album.
was. And we deserve more.
Hold up. I'm gonna pick the
girl segment.
We deserve more.
Throw some male rappers in there.
We deserve more.
Yeah, you definitely do not.
I'm gonna piggyback off what you just said, Shawn.
Hold up.
I don't want to fight.
Go ahead.
Lauren
I wanna fight.
kind
I'm
of
just
got
saying.
blackballed when she spoke on how the music industry is the devil.
Yeah.
She went into that and the whole selling your soul. You had to sell your soul. She kind of blackballed her for that, and she really spoke some truth to it, and they silenced her.
She did.
She did.
Maybe she should like a Lil Nas X. I don't really know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, you see, he sided with the devil, so he's gonna keep going.
Right. I think Chauncey kind of agrees with me.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna. I love Lauren. Don't get me wrong. I love that album. It's a classic. I don't think she's a legend. It didn't make her a legend. She made a legendary album. However, when you run down the facts in her stats, and it disappoints me when you disappoint your fans, when you don't show up to shows, and it wasn't like it was one, it was back to back in several places, all over the country, out of the country. Like you're killing me. I can't stand behind you with that. You gotta be there for the people that supported you. You can't have people in the audience singing your songs and you ain't even there. They just concerting for themselves. Like that's crazy. Yeah. That makes no sense. Right. Like, and that's where she lost me at that. So you get that.
We deserve a lot from Lauren because she gave us such a great body of work. Yeah, and we were on the edge, like we want more of that, right? And again, she doesn't. Like at the end of the day, like she's an artist. She has to do what's right for her career, right for her personal being. But to say that she's competing with legends who put a lot of work in as well. And you're talking about her album, and if you want to count the Fugees, the Score album, so you're talking about 1.5 albums, you know what I mean? And in comparison to a body of work other artists actually put together, that's tough. That's tough. And we
don't forget Unplugged.
And we still
Unplugged. You have to
Unplugged.
Yeah.
Unplugged.
Yes.
Lauryn Hill Unplugged, and then Jay-Z followed, and then Jay-Z Unplugged.
Jay-Z Unplugged.
Count that.
Well,
you crazy.
Well, let's not do that tonight. Let's not do that. Let's not go there. Let's not go there. Let's not do that tonight.
Come on.
Please.
Don't be disrespectful.
This is female. Don't be disrespectful anyway.
We can see.
Don't get crazy now.
It's like a rat compared to being your So, that's our segment for the main topic for tonight. This was a really healthy debate. I did not realize this topic was going to gain all the attention and attraction that it did. We had a lot of people, honestly, in the chat today responding and just going crazy on it. And I appreciate all of y'all coming on here and just really diving into this with us. I just got to know.
Answer that question.
No. The answer is no.
The answer is no.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't touch it.
The answer is definitely no.
We didn't see it.
I'm like, do you remember how many mixtapes he had? That's all I got to say. If you ain't listen to Biggie mixtapes, don't
exactly.
Right.
Don't tell me about Biggie ever.
You ain't putting Big out there. Come on, we ain't doing that.
Right.
Stop that.
We ain't doing that.
We're not doing that.
Yeah, Big released 2 back-to-back classics.
And
it's Biggie. And it's just flawless.
We ain't doing that.
You know what? He got killed. So he get a pass.
Right.
He get a pass.
So do you give Big
had more?
Do you give Big L? Do you give Big L a pass? Do you give, Pun?
Pun was just about to start.
Biggie was different, man. Biggie was just different.
Still making music.
Biggie was different. Biggie brought New York back. He brought the East Coast back.
He brought the whole East Coast back.
Right.
Yeah. And the West Coast was killing.
And you got to give Puffy a lot of credit for that, because Puffy, again, he orchestrated that. Because if you go back and listen to the original Ready to Die, that album was really gritty. That album was gritty as shit. It was like you put your Timbs on, baggy jeans, sweatsuit, champion hoodie, gritty. But then Puffy cleaned it up and represented it back to the public, and it became legendary because you remixes, the One More Chance remix, and all of those other great songs that we enjoy today. So
One More Chance remix.
Big is big. Big is big. So again, ladies and gents, this great segment. I did not realize it was gonna get all the traction that it got. I just got another note asking us to keep going. But I know we got to get ready to wrap this thing up. I do want to ask y'all to stay on because we're about to wrap up. Mark and I have our last segment, and we want to get y'all thoughts. This is our last segment. It's our salute segment. We are saluting Black excellence, and we want to recognize those who actually got recognized here recently. And we want to kick that off real quick while y'all still on, because we want to salute y'all as well at the very end of this. So as part of our salute segment, we want to salute, Method Man. Method Man just received the NAACP Image Award for his work on Marc and Tina's favorite show, Power. Books. Anybody who knows Method Man, Method Man came a long way. Being glass-eyed Meth, from Wu-Tang, to honestly being a serious actor, especially in Power. To me, he's the best piece out of that whole Power book too, in my opinion. And he's getting recognized for that. So, Mark, can we salute to that brother, man?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Method Man, Davis McClain. You know what I'm saying? Just like he did an excellent job. I'm with him. Tina, Tina, that's the partner right there. So we're talking about them all. Power book, season 1, season 2 coming soon. So, you know what I'm saying? You know where we at with it.
Indeed. And our second one we want to salute is Master P. Let's salute that brother. Master P. His son, Hersey Miller. I don't know why he named the guy Hersey, but Hersey Miller. He
down south, man.
Tennessee State University.
Yeah.
Well, his name is Percy, so.
Well, this is great.
Percy and Hersey, yeah.
Well, the thing is, Percy had offers to bigger schools, UCLA, USC, some of these teams that are still in the, the NCAA basketball tournament, right? March Madness. But he chose, HBCU. And I think more of our young black students should choose HBCU, So I'm glad that he's going to be playing for Tennessee State. He's going to learn a lot there. And one thing, being a graduate of the HBCU, shout out to Tony, those professors, they really care about you. Like, you really, like, when you fuck up in class, like, they on your ass about it. It's not just, oh, well, you failed,
Right.
Oh, they take it personal. It's almost like, man, like back in the day, like, you know what I'm saying, if you had a badass report card and you had to show your parents, like, they take it personal like that, man. So shout out to HBCUs, man, and shout out to Master P's son, Hersey.
Absolutely. Our third one that we want to recognize and salute is Chauncey's 90s crush, and that's Montel Jordan.
I like him tall.
He in the church now. He in the ministry.
When Chauncey heard that we was going to salute Montel Jordan, she was like, yo, please make sure I'm on for that portion. Chauncey loves Montel Jordan. Her ringtone is...
This is how we do it.
Yo, his son Skylar Jordan commits to Alcorn State, another HBCU. That young brother, I heard young brother actually a good football player. So salute Jordan for raising a very solid kid that's going to Alcorn. And Mark had wanted to salute another kid, the coldest. His name is the coldest.
You gotta love that.
Wow.
He apparently had
That
decoded
is his name.
Here's
Here's the thing. We were introduced to him in 9th grade, and I'm like, am I reading this right? The coldest, right? And they were just like, yeah, you know, he the coldest in his family. And that's how, you know, he got the name, but also he got the game. He got a scholarship to LSU. LSU is probably like the best place to play some football, you know, outside of Alabama. I mean, this is a kid that just because he has that name, and I know, man, the name got butchered all throughout school and, you know, everything like that. And he probably called hell over his name. This is the kid you hope to make it in whatever he do, whether football or anything else. You know, just that, you know, his parents had the foresight, you know, to name him that. And living up to that name. That's crazy, but I love it though. I support that brother. Support that young brother.
Yes.
And our last salute for tonight is no other than Nasir bin Aludara, also known as Nas. Classic Illmatic album.
Yeah.
Into the Library of Congress. This is huge. Y'all know I'm a huge Nas fan. Y'all know Queens get the money. It's no secret. I normally troll when I talk about Nas because I be knowing Stacks watching, and Stacks is part of the Beehive. If y'all don't know, Stacks
is that Stacks or Merv? Is that Merv too?
Merv is the admin for Beehive. Stacks is the secretary and the registrar for the Beehive.
Okay.
Big things. I'm saying it in to attack them because I don't think men should be a part of the Beehive. But that's neither here nor there. When Stacks had posted his picture, this weekend, Stacks went to Becca's wedding over the weekend, and he posted a pic in his Stacey Adams suit from Georgetown, the best Stacey Adams you can get from Georgetown. And when he went live, he was saying, Bzzz. I'm like, what is he doing? So I messaged Marc. I said, yo. I think that's static on his live feed. And he said, nah. Marc said, nah, man, that bull is buzzing. So, so shout out. That's why I trolled them because I always talk about Nas in relation to their Beehive affiliation. So shout out to Stacks.
Wow. I'm trying to play you out here.
This what the fuck we doing tonight, Shawn? Is this what we doing?
And then that happened.
I was just thinking your praises. I don't think people knew who you were, so I just wanted to get everybody introduced to Stacks. My man Stacks. Shout out to Stacks, man. Stacks is a good brother, man. One of the good dudes out there. Man.
Yo, you full of shit, bro. Like, for real, bro. I'm sitting there chilling. I'm like,
yo.
I mean, Lil Nas finally got a little Grammy. He got a little props, but you can't seem to. Jay-Z is living in your fucking head rent free, man.
Yo, this is a
rent free
show,
for real.
Be careful with the cursing, man. It's a family show, man.
And before I get out of here, shout out to you ladies tonight down at the bar. Y'all did y'all fucking thing. You two Tays on. Hey, yo, fuck you, Shawn. And I'm out.
Yo, shout out to Stacks. Yo, shout out to Stacks from the Guys podcast. Shout out to Stacey Adams for giving Stacks that suit. Yo, when Stacks had put the shoe on and it was a shoe boot with the zipper on the side, I said, yo, you killing it today, son. Yo, so shout out to Stacey Adams and Stacks. But Nas' Illmatic album actually inducted, man. That was when Marc sent that to me. I was like, yo, I'm so happy that son is getting the credit that he deserves at this point. Because Nas has, one thing I like about Nas, again, like I always said, Jay to me has always been the one that let you know I'm a businessman. I'm all about business. I'm going to be out there in the spotlight. Whereas Nas was always that one, like, I'm going to be behind the scenes. I'm going to make moves. No one would know. When you find out, you find out. And I'm just happy to see that he's getting his flowers at this time with the Grammy, with this whole situation with the Library of Congress. And he also did a dope, like a 30-second special for his daughter when he was writing a letter to her about being Black and excellent, and also funding her her dreams, because she had a line. I think it's a lipstick line that they're called I think it's called Lipmatic or something like that. So just the fact that he's investing into his seed and just talking about certain things and doing certain things that we always wanted Nas to do. For those who follow Nas or who love Nas as an artist, he's finally doing those things that we always thought that he should have done. So salute to that brother. Queens get the money. Queens Wolf, y'all know what it is. Last but not least, I know Marc had wanted to talk about some wrestling. Unfortunately, every single week, we had to give some rest in peace to some of our greats out there. So, Marc, I'm gonna kick it to you, man. We're gonna give rest in peace to Oscar Frager.
Yeah, I'm saying, played for Grand Canyon University. Just was in the NCAA tournament, and he had passed away like right after the game, maybe not more than 24 hours after that game. And you know what I'm saying, young brother, like our hopes, man. And a lot of people said this was a good young man. Just somebody that you wanted. You know what I'm saying, for if you're raising boys, that you wanted your boys to be like. You know what I'm saying. So, rest in peace to that brother, man. You know what I'm saying? He touched a lot of lives in this short time here. And I'm quite sure, you know what I'm saying, for he will be missed.
Indeed. And Marc, we had another rest in peace you wanted to shout out as well.
Yeah, this is Mums. You know what I mean? If you ever watched the show Oz, you know what I'm saying? Poet on Oz. And he played on a few other shows too. But I remember first seeing him from Oz as Poet, so I'm just like, man, really good actor, and he really was a poet. Like, I see some stuff on YouTube, where he did sets and things in New York and in different places or whatever. So really talented brother, and did some great work, on the small screen and the big screen. So he'll be missed as well.
Indeed. And our last two shout outs, the legend Big Pun. They was able to put up a Big Pun Plaza. So shout out to all of those guys who were involved in that. I know there are some squabbles between Fat Joe and his camp, and Cuban Link and that camp over there. We're not, for the sake of time, we're not going to get into the minutia of that. But this is well deserved in the Bronx. Big Pun was probably one of the best that came out of that, out of the Bronx, out of New York. Period. Big Pun lived forever. Hopefully Fat Joe and Cuban Link can really just squash this beef or whatever. It's over with. Let it go. Let it be. And just, be there for the families. And our last thing, Marc, I threw a monkey wrench at you, man, because you sent me this picture. And I had to throw it out there, man, if I can find it real quick. This is our last salute. And that's to the two Titans, man, that's going to be battling in the next couple of days, man.
I can't wait.
Godzilla versus King Kong.
Man, shoot, this is actually, I thought this was gonna be on versus. I was just like,
I got King Kong.
And you listen,
I got Kong. Yeah,
I'm like, look, I got Kong as well, but you know what? You know what I'm saying? My nieces and my nephews made a convincing argument for Godzilla that he can swim and breathe fire and can light Kong ass on fire, right? So I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna just wait and see. I'm gonna just wait and see what happens. That's it.
It's gonna be good. March 31st, HBO Max. I'm there, man. I'm there. So, man, good show tonight, ladies and gents. I thank you all for hopping on with us tonight. Again, shout out to YouTube, shout out to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Most definitely shout out to Blackjack TV, channel 199, Zingo TV, Mile High Radio. Shout out to everyone out there on Facebook and our chat and our groups for watching us tonight. I want to salute Tayson for hopping on tonight. Tayson hit me up a couple of days ago and was like, yo, man, I love what y'all doing. I really want to get on there and talk that shit with y'all. So I really appreciate Tayson hopping on here. Around football season, we're not talking again, so let's enjoy these moments together right now. So, fuck the Philadelphia Eagles and everything that represent what they talk about. And it was really them. So again, salute to you, Tayson. Thanks for hopping on here, man, and being a champ and bringing your A game tonight for the first time on live. So I appreciate it, brother.
Oh, no problem. Forget the Cowboys, but you know what? That's
whoa. Don't be like that.
Okay, see, now you got to go too. See, this is the motherfucking bullshit.
Whoa! Send them back to the streets of Houston.
Whoa! Damn.
Yo.
You.
Send them back to the streets of Houston. Yo, shout out to Nikki and Chauncey for hopping on tonight.
Yeah.
Your sisters brought a whole different vibe. Chauncey came out swinging, but I had to show her that I'm me. You know what I mean? This is what I do. Like,
yeah, we know. Shawn Jackson.
You cannot out debate me in hip hop. So yeah, he came out swinging. I got a little leg shot, like Ghostface. I got a leg shot, you know what I mean? But I came back. So thank you, ladies, for coming out. Nikki, thank you for coming out representing by way of Charlotte, also New Jerusalem. Chauncey, thank you for coming out. Tell your hubbies to thank you, allowing y'all to come on the show tonight and represent for the family. So we appreciate that. Tina, Marc, y'all know what it is. Thank you for the support again. Another great show tonight, Marc. A lot of comments out there. A lot of people asking us to keep going. We would love to keep going, y'all, but we have to come back next week. It's Marc's bedtime. He has to get tucked in. Marc about to get tucked in by some tramp named Susie.
Ooh, Susie.
Yeah, her name's Susie. But that's not her real name, but Marc doesn't know that. But,
wow.
She's going back to the streets when
he's just going on for the ride. Marc is going for the ride. He's just on for the ride. So we got a lot of shit coming down the pipeline. You're going to definitely see Nikki and Chauncey again. I assure you. So keep your eyes and your ears open for everything that's going to be on the page. We got a lot of shit popping. Yo, shout out to Bobby for telling us to continue to go. Yo, we're running over time in Blackjack TV. But again, we appreciate that, homie. Shout out to Spotify. I saw you out there. And definitely shout out to iHeart. I saw you out there as well. So thank you all for the support. Thank you, love. And yo, Marc, we done, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
We done. So go ahead and drink your milk and cookies tonight, Marc. And get all posted. Marc got to drink milk. Marc cannot go to sleep without drinking milk. So Marc, go get your milk. And, yo,
give it to him.
Peace.